Peace, peace, y'all. Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl Sunshine Monet L. Today is 858. You already know we in the double 8 season. Gang, gang. 8 being that number of building and destroying. When we talk about the 8th sphere of the tree of life, this is the 8th sphere of Sebek. This is the celestial technicians of classifications and separation and labeling. And we love it here. Just don't get too caught up in it. Volume 1 of Metu Netter, this is where man's ill lies. We get too caught up in the separatism and the classifications. We don't want to get caught up in it, but it's still necessary. Ashe? Ashe. Okay, so we in the month of 8. Building and destroying, transformations and rebirth. This is the energy of occultism. There's nothing wrong with the word occultism. Some are falling and some are being built. Whatever intentions lie within yours, don't think any secrets will be kept in this month of 8, in this year of 8, because it will not. Okay? Okay, secrets do come out here. We tell secrets out here. Okay, transformation storms is happening in the month of 8. This is the season of Akhet. This is the season of flooding. So the storms especially start happening in the month of 8 as we start getting into that. Okay, it's been hot long enough. The waters are heated up long enough. It's time to go upwards so they can come back down. All right. And we move in gratitude for those new beginnings, being mindful of the flooding of the rivers that are near us. Ashe, ashe. We in a day of 5. 5 is in between the 8. 5 is walking in the power of your truth. And knowing that you're walking in the power of your truth between two very strong 8s, the solar plexus chakra is surrounding the power of your truth. Oh, say it with your whole chest. You deserve everything that you got. You deserve everything that you are conceiving and you're working towards and you're building towards, and you're not settling for nothing less. You hear me? 5 is the 5th house. That's dealing with Leo energy. That is Tippereth. That is the heart that is on fire. We don't play no games around here when the heart is on fire. You hear me? So say with your whole chest, what do you want? What do you want to create? Where's your emotions at? You know, 5 can also be that Aries Gemini energy. It's like the key with the 5 is like decision making, groundedness, you know, stability. Otherwise you could be swayed here and there and everywhere. You could allow yourself to feel too weak to walk in the power of your truth, or be indecisive about walking in the power of truth, or somebody could say, no, it's not, you fucking lying, and then you'll believe it. And that's not what we're doing. We're feeling powerful in our truth. We're standing grounded 10 toes down in the truth, and it's coming between us and the motherfucking truth. You hear me? So, you know, allow that 5 to be between those two 8s and feel powerful. Feels like that lion in between those two scorpions. And we ain't playing no games around here. This is deadly. You should be scared. Be real scared. Okay? But remember, the only person that you're in control of is yourself. Don't be over there trying to, you know, over exasperating and screaming your heart out to people, thinking it's supposed to change other people's places, things, situations outside of yourself. Only supposed to change yourself. And your energy and your electromagnetic energy and your frequency and what you attract. Now, if you don't like what you attract, instead of trying to control what you attract, control your attraction. Ashe? Ashe. That's the power of walking in your truth. When you walk in the truth, then, you know, you change your channel, and the music from your channel changes, and it changes dancers around you that's dancing to your channel. You understand me? Take that 5, we put it into the 8, that makes 13. That's a karmic debt number. It's karmic debt because it's like learning how to speak what you know, and we've always been taught to be quiet about it, right? You know, 13 has always been like that unlucky number because we weren't allowed to, like, you know, celebrate our religion. We weren't allowed to celebrate our knowledge. We weren't allowed to celebrate our truth. Even as children, it's in our foundation, in our root chakra. You know, a child is supposed to be seen and not heard. You know, a woman is supposed to be in the corner and, you know, stay in a child's place and get out of the conversation. We just been always taught to be quiet about the things we know, even if the things we know are our truths, right? But when we walk in the power in our truth and we put it in that solar plexus chakra of enforcement, you know, now we have to really learn how to speak it, you know, and that's where a real challenge comes in, because it's like, you know, you have this knowledge and you have the understanding of the knowledge. You want to create with that knowledge. You want to be that cardinal energy. You know, you want to have that balance between what you know and what you feel, and you want to be able to express that. You want to be able to build on that, because that 1 and 3 come together and make 4, which is stability, the foundation, the freedom of all things, right? That's that sturdy. So, you know, just practice that. You don't got to scream it. You don't got to argue it. You don't got to be malicious. You don't got to be nasty. You don't got to be none of these things. But you also don't have to be weak, and you don't have to be meek, and you don't have to be a mouse, and you don't have to, you know, be a pushover or people pleaser or nothing like that. Be the homeostasis in the middle, right? So we have that 4. We're going to take that 4 and put it into the year of 8. This is the year of the wood dragon. This is the year of transformation and conception. All the things you're conceiving, you're going to give birth to in that year of 9. Just like all the stuff we're conceiving in this month of 8, we're going to give birth to in the month of 9. So we move in gratitude that we get to experience these double 8s, this this heavy energy of transformation and rebirth, this heavy energy of enforcement, our internal law in Mayat, right? So we're going to take that forward. We're going to put it into 8. It's going to bring us to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It's going to bring us from that 1 of Aries to that 2 of Taurus to that 3 of Gemini, where we are really implementing the things that we know. And, you know, Gemini is the throat chakra. That's the ears, nose, and throat. That's the communication between the physical and the non-physical, right? That's what's all the workings that's going on the inside before we express it all the way on the outside of Virgo energy and start harvesting with it, Ashe. So, you know, where's your knowledge and wisdom and understanding? You know, it's really like we're enforcing our heart chakra, we're enforcing our foundation, we're just enforcing the things we know and the things that we want to speak into existence and how we feel. It's just make sure that you are the homeostasis line in the middle altogether. Today is a day of 3. Today is a day of emotions and creativity and creation. This third house is the Gemini house, that is the intellect, that is being flexible and adaptable without being fickle and unfocused. Be the homeostasis in the middle. You know, the Beji twins or the Gemini twins, they were warriors. You know, it depends on who tells the story. But, you know, you got the one side of the story where they were a menace and they were out here bullying people. And then you got the other side of the story where it was like they were valiant, courageous warriors and they didn't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I want to be the story in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the astrological report. We start the day off with a 0% waxing crescent moon. We're rising at 6:52 a.m. and setting at 9:04 p.m. We are in Leo in our mindset of things. We are in Cancer and the happenings of it all in the 4th house ruled by Leo. We are by our ascendant energy, with our ascendant line, which is the energy that we give off. So we have that internal, external energy happening together. The sunrise is at 6:02 a.m. and setting at 8:08 p.m. The moon is closest to the sun, which is called perihelion, with that Leo Cancer alignment, the internal, external self, the mother and father, the 1 and 2 that makes the 3 of the understanding, which is you. Okay, Mars and Aldebaran are in conjunction at 2:35 a.m. Mars is 5 degrees north. Aldebaran is the star in the Taurus constellation that's given the energy of intellect and honor. Moon and Regulus are in conjunction at 3:22 p.m. The moon is 2.4 degrees north. Minimal angle at 6:33 p.m. with the moon being 2 degrees north northeast. And notice not visible because we were still in a new moon phase around that time and it's still kind of daylight around that time. Regulus is the double binary stars, 4 stars that make 1, but it's a star of glory and riches. For my spellcasters out there, want to use your intuitive energy to like really think about how you want to attract your glories and riches in this space that is the star in the Leo constellation. The moon and Venus are also in conjunction tonight at 7:45 p.m. The moon is 0.9 degrees north, minimal angle at 8:37 p.m. The moon is 0.7 degrees north northeast and is visible at those respective times. So now you have your third eye in alignment with your heart, having introspection on what you feel. Venus also being that 4. There's no energy that is more sturdy than that fixed earth energy of Taurus. So you have that 4 sitting there with that 2 energy of the moon, being that wisdom. Okay, so you know, this is how like the stars and the numbers align with one another. So building that foundation of what you want in your heart, what you wish to manifest in your heart, and having that intuition and let it and guide your way. The evening visibility of the moon begins today as we are in waxing crescent moon, building on the intangible things in our space. The moon and Mercury are in conjunction at 9:27 p.m. The moon is 6.6 degrees north. So now we have that third eye being in alignment not only with our heart chakra but also with our throat chakra. So now we have a triangle happening between our third eye, our throat chakra, and our heart chakra, really speaking what you want into existence. You know, having that introspection, that intuition energy to be able to communicate between the physical and the non-physical, being in that waxing crescent moon, building on the non-physical, having that moon in alignment with the sun in Cancer Leo with the sun moon energy. Okay, okay, Scooby. And then we also have a square being created if you want to add Regulus to the mix. Then we have a pentagram being created if you want to add the sun into the mix, being that number of 5, walking in the power of your truth with the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Venus, and Regulus sitting there for my spellcasters out there. The moon is, we already talked about the moon closest to the sun, but that's what I got for you guys. My Cosmic Nobodies is really aligning your experience with your experience and allowing your heart to guide the way in those things. You deserve nice things. Now, what are the nice things you deserve?